I knew that I wanted to become a speech-language pathologist, and Iowa has one of the top programs in the nation.
I was looking for an MBA that was highly regarded and credible, but also online.
Everything that I wanted to do, I could accomplish here.
I really wanted to feel incorporated with downtown life and on campus.
I think being a Hawkeye to me means being a part of a greater whole, but it also means your family.
Everyone here is so creative and talented.
You're going to be able to find support, you're going to be able to find mentorship.
Our professors really care about us and they really go the extra mile.
You just get to see how much the professors care about the topic and how much they care about their students.
For me, it's family, it's community, it's the Iowa Wave, Caitlin Clark.
Here comes Clark. How will she go for history?
My earliest memory was going to an Iowa football game.
The Penn State-Iowa game where we knocked off Penn State. That's probably my favorite. My gosh, that was so fun.
Coming to Iowa has allowed me to pursue projects bigger and far more complex than I would have at any other university.
I was able to take those experiences that I had during rotations and apply those to different clinical cases that I had during interviews.
There's something so magical about the University of Iowa. Everyone that you'll meet is willing to talk to you, everyone's willing to help you, and everyone really just kind of wants to see the best for you.
I want to thank my wife and the rest of my family. I started the Iowa MBA program with twin 2-year-olds and a 3-year-old.
Thank you to my wife. You have stood by me through the ups and downs, and this time of completing these degrees is as much a testament to your work and your support as it is to any effort that I put in, and I am so thankful.
I get like emotional talking about it.
I'm a first-generation student, so my parents made a lot of sacrifices for me to go to college, and so I really appreciate them.
Thank you so much to my son, who continues to support me in every way possible, and also to Lydia. I wouldn't be where I am today without your love and support.
Thank you so much to the faculty and other mentors here on campus who helped shape me as an artist and shape my professional career.
You guys mean more to me than you will ever know, and I cherish you all and love you all very deeply.
I knew that I wanted to become a speech-language pathologist, and Iowa has one of the top.
May it please the court, it is my honor to present the Iowa class of 2024. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Kevin Washburn. I have the honor of serving as the Dean of the University of Iowa College of Law. Today we celebrate the academic achievements of an outstanding group of law students. These are difficult times for our country and for the world, and I will ask each of you to hope and pray for peace today as you also celebrate these wonderful students. Free expression is important too, and I will ask each of you to express your views, if at all, in a non-disruptive manner consistent with university policy. I thank you in advance. Now let me return the focus for the next 75 minutes or so on the most important people in the room, our graduates. Today we will graduate students earning the Juris Doctor and Masters of Laws degrees. For today's program, I am joined on the platform by today's commencement speaker, the Honorable Charles J. Williams, Iowa Law Class of 1988, our elected class speaker, Samantha McCord, our thoughtful and hardworking president, Barb Wilson, who has the most important assignment of the day, conferring the degrees that the members of this class have earned, and of course, representatives of the exceptional faculty of the College of Law. On behalf of our community, I extend a special welcome to our most honored guests, the loved ones of today's graduates. And let me tell you why. When most of these students began their education, their world was full of stress. Remember 3 years ago? We were climbing our way out of the pandemic, but like a villain in a horror movie, COVID kept coming back, bringing wave after wave of uncertainty. But you, family and friends, you were there for them. Thanks for supporting our students through that time. Then, with all the stress of COVID, they added the stress of law school, and law school is a scary and challenging endeavor too, especially in the first year. Thank you for comforting and encouraging these students when things didn't go exactly the way they'd hoped, and for cheering with us on their victories when things went right. Without your unwavering support, these grads would not have reached this happy day here today. Graduates, please join me in thanking your family and friends for their support. Distinguished members of the class of 2024, now please join me in welcoming President Barb Wilson to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Washburn. I'm so delighted to be here. Welcome to everyone to today's important commencement ceremony. I'm doing just a few of these over the next few days, but every one of them is special, including this one. I'm so honored to be here, and I offer my heartiest congratulations to all of these graduates who are sitting here today on this very special moment in your lives. And of course, I also join Dean Washburn in thanking all of those in this amazing auditorium who've supported our graduates. Friends, family members, grandparents, siblings, partners, mentors, and the list goes on. You've all played such an important role. As new law graduates, you are at the forefront of change. That change is only going to accelerate, both in your professional arenas and in society at large. I know that the intellectual growth and professional skills that you've developed here at Iowa will help you to adapt to and indeed lead that change. I look forward to seeing how you will contribute to a better future for us all. No pressure. Even though we are saying farewell to you today, you of course will always be part of us. Your work here will always be part of our foundation of excellence. Your work in the future will always reflect positively on your University of Iowa education. And we hope that you will continue to be a good friend and an advocate for the University of Iowa, and that you will come back often to visit. I'll throw one last request in, and that is that everywhere you go, if you can stand it, wear some black and gold, and maybe an occasional tiger hawk along the way. As you know, Willard Sandy Boyd, Professor of Law and President Emeritus, played a significant role in the life of the College of Law. Sandy was especially known for his eloquence and brevity in his speeches, and in honor of him today, I've been asked to read his final commencement address from 1981 entitled Valediction. I won't sound like Sandy, so you just got to close your eyes if you know what he sounded like. Here goes. As you and I graduate, we wonder how well we are prepared for the worldly life hereafter. The university has enhanced our intellect and abilities. It has also provided us with perceptions about how to approach our uncertain future. This is what I have learned at Iowa about our future. There is never a good time to do anything, so do it now rather than later. Our times are our only times. There is no positivism in negativism. Be optimistic. The future will try and frustrate us, but it will also invigorate us and inspire us. Materialism is not enough. Attend to your spirit as well as your mind and body. Be concerned with the whole of you. Change is constant. Embrace it with enthusiasm. Keep your mind open and inquiring. Remember, however, that change is more often superficial than profound. Life is more evolutionary than revolutionary. Therefore, adopt a set of timeless beliefs to hold firm in order to maintain your identity and integrity throughout your life. The world is filled with others as well as you. It belongs to everyone without regard to race, sex, creed, or other differences. Be affirmative about others. Others give meaning to life. Be interested in others, and you will be interesting to others. Be committed to others, and they will be committed to you. Things are not usually as they first seem. Avoid rash conclusions. Give others the benefit of the doubt. Be honest and candid with yourself as well as with others. Do not judge others by a higher standard than you judge yourself. In a pluralistic world, there are many right answers to any given social or economic problem. Do not assume your cause is more just than others. Your rights stop where the rights of others begin. The means are more important than the ends in a free society. If you seek fulfillment, utilize all of the time of your life. Participate fully, avoid snug harbors. Complacency is deadly. Look forward. Continue to grow. As long as you live, you have a future. Seize it. And finally, a cardinal rule which I have just breached: do not venture unsolicited advice or unsubstantiated opinions. But if you must, be brief. We hope that Sandy Boyd's words will inspire you and help you live as you go out into the world as a new University of Iowa law graduate. Once again, congratulations, good luck, and best wishes for great success in the wonderful years ahead of you. We are very, very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, President Wilson, and thank you, President Sandy Boyd, too. It was nice to have both of you here today. It's now my pleasure to invite our student speaker, selected by this class, Samantha Sam McCourt, to the podium.
Hello, Iowa Law, Class of 2024, and supporting actors. First, before I start, I just want to, as a preface, warn you that I may be briefly out of breath at moments. I am truly excited to be here, but it's probably due to the fact that I'm 8.5 months pregnant. So please bear with me. They didn't know that when they voted for me. Okay. Thank you all for being here today to witness a little part of our history. First, the well-deserved pleasantries. To our families, friends, spouses, children, pets, therapists, etc., thank you. One of the greatest shocks of the day is that there is not an honorary law degree for all of you. Loving a law student is a lot, and we know it. Thank you for letting us cry, whine, celebrate, rejoice, and cry again. We love you. And cheers to the faculty and staff who do more than tolerate us. Thank you for pushing us, sometimes cutting us some slack, and always remaining invested in our futures. Iowa Law's faculty is truly unrivaled. I think I speak for all of us when I say we want to make you proud. And thank you all, my brilliant, ambitious, slightly neurotic classmates, for allowing me to stand here today and for trusting me not to completely embarrass you in front of your loved ones. I am both humbled and terrified. In fact, humbled and terrified sums up a lot of the law school experience. If your first class ever was property with Shelley Kurtz, then you certainly know what I mean by humbling and terrifying. What about your first oral argument in front of your LAWR professor? An ill-fitting suit, perhaps a little sweaty, kindly reminding your partner that the argument is pass-fail anyways. Humbling and terrifying. Now, many of you have gone on to argue in front of the Iowa Supreme Court and the nation's federal district and appellate courts. An experience that was no doubt both humbling and terrifying. Striking out at OCI or admitting to your family that you'd rather be a public defender than a high-powered corporate attorney? Humbling and terrifying. Or am I just speaking from personal experience on this one? Some of you, who impress me to no end, are here today earning not your first, but your second law degree in a new country and a new language in only 2 short years' time. I cannot imagine the courage that took or the depths of the humility and the terror. Thank you for amazing us all. What about those of you who have proposed during law school, lost loved ones, pets, friendships, committed to moving to a city where you know no one, taken a job that you feel vastly unqualified for, run out of loan money, or just simply woken up one day wondering what the heck is going to happen next? Humbling and terrifying. And yet, I hope we let that sink in. How all of us here, whether a graduate, a faculty member, or an observer, are bold enough, passionate enough, brave enough to continue facing those humbling and terrifying experiences. And on our good days, we are able to look to the people around us and realize that they too have been humbled and terrified, that they too do not know what's coming next, but that they too are strong enough, bold enough to face whatever comes. Right now, that recognition is more important than ever. We are at a pivotal historical moment. Colleagues, we must be the ones to recognize the humbling and the terrifying in the faces of our allies and our perceived opponents, whether in the courtroom or at the polls. This knowledge that none of us escapes life unscathed has allowed me to reach across the aisle and befriend those I may otherwise have considered an enemy. I know this is a law school graduation speech, but life demands so much more of us than to just be incredible lawyers. Right now, the world begs us to be human, but also be incredible lawyers. Caitlin Clark is not the only one moving on to bigger and better things. Now that the world realizes that the University of Iowa is synonymous with record-breaking champions, go be great. Cheers, Iowa College of Law, class of 2024. We finally did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. I think we're going to stick with the writing law school rather than humbling and terrifying, but it was a great speech. I'm now honored to introduce our 2024 commencement speaker, the Honorable C.J. Williams, who is a double Hawkeye who graduated from the law school in 1988, 36 years ago. Judge Williams is a federal district court judge with life tenure. He earned his position the hard way, not by knowing a senator or working in the White House or on the Senate Judiciary Committee. He earned his position through prior distinguished service as a U.S. magistrate judge and succeeding in that very important role. Except for about 5 years at a law firm in Kansas City, Judge Williams has spent the vast majority of his time since he graduated from law school providing public service to the rest of us, working first as a federal judicial law clerk, a prosecutor at Main Justice in Washington, D.C., an assistant U.S. attorney here in Iowa, as a U.S. magistrate judge, and finally, since 2018, as a United States District Court judge. One of the traits that Iowa law grads offer to the world is a healthy work ethic, and CJ is one of the hardest working people I know. In addition to writing judicial opinions, he somehow finds time to write books and law review articles. And despite living in Mount Vernon and working in Cedar Rapids, he comes frequently to teach in Iowa City. Indeed, Judge Williams has been a law professor longer than most of the rest of our faculty. He began teaching at the College of Law in the fall of 2001. That was 23 years ago, and he has taught every semester since. He's taught federal criminal law and practice, corporate crimes, applied evidence, and more recently a course called Sentencing Advocacy. In that course, he's developed his own casebook called Sentencing Advocacy Principle and Strategy. His courses are popular and his contributions are significant. Though Judge Williams is considered an adjunct professor, and adjunct is usually a euphemism for part-time, Judge Williams is the kind of professor who always shows up to support our students. Based on past experience, indeed, I can assure you, Judge Williams would be here whether he was the commencement speaker or not. He takes his role as a professor as seriously as he takes his role as a judge. Please join me in welcoming Judge C.J. Williams to the podium.
Well, thank you, Dean Washburn. Iowa Law School has made it possible for me to serve as a law clerk and a lawyer, a prosecutor and defense attorney, a law professor, and now as a judge. And it is a humbling honor to be asked to speak here today. I've worked for the last several weeks on this speech to celebrate this amazing moment here today. And so over the next probably a couple hours, I hope to share with you. All right. I recall that none of us recall the name Edward Everett, or a 2-hour-long speech he gave at a battlefield in Pennsylvania. What we remember is Abraham Lincoln's less than 5-minute speech. So perhaps it would be better for me to emulate the latter than to follow the former. 107 academic months ago, you stepped through the doors of the Boyd Law Building, dedicated to the proposition of earning JDs. Now we are met at a great commencement ceremony here in Henshaw Auditorium. We have come to celebrate your accomplishment of that goal. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. All right, enough of trying to channel Abraham Lincoln. Truly, it is a great time for us to come and honor you and recognize your achievements. I am sure, though, that you recognize that you didn't get here alone. Your parents and professors, your siblings and spouses, friends and family sacrificed much and gave much for you to be here and be able to earn your law degree. So we should be here resolved to thank those who helped you get here as much as we congratulate you on your arrival. But in a larger sense, we should be more focused on your future than pinning on your past. You have chosen to enter an exciting and noble profession, but I'm here to tell you it will be challenging. Your position, sure, it will bring with it power and prestige, but your daily toil will be handling other people's problems. you will encounter hard times, both personally and professionally. Be assured, though, that those same people celebrating with you here today will be with you to support you when you have troubles then. You will have both failures and successes in your law profession. Know, though, that the depth of one's character is measured not at the summit of success, but at the nadir of failure. As lawyers, you will encounter both unanticipated obstacles and unforeseen opportunities. The path you take likely won't be the one that you intended, but it will be the one that was intended for you, because both life and the law don't happen in a straight line, either forward or up. But that's what makes it exciting. You are also entering the practice of law during a time of great uncivil divide in our nation, when people can't seem to agree to disagree, when it appears there are no better angels of our nature. You, though, have been taught in law school that for every problem, there's at least two solutions. Your law professors have trained you to advocate zealously, but in an adversarial system bound by ethics. You have been shown in law school by example that while passions may strain, they must not break professional bonds. Now you have the opportunity, should you choose to accept it, to lead by example, to show others that you can maintain an open mind, that you can listen with respect to other people's views, that you can civilly resolve disputes. It is on your shoulders now the responsibility rests to advance the rule of law, because ours is a country of laws, not of men, not of women. You'll soon take an oath when you pass the bar, and I'm sure all of you will pass the bar. It is a solemn oath. Listen to it, understand it, embrace it. That oath, almost identical to the oath taken by every government official, every soldier, every law enforcement officer, every judge in America, swears fealty not to a governor, not to a president, swears fealty to a document, to the Constitution of the United States of America. You will swear to defend that document, the law, against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Obey that oath as you swear you will. So while you have worked hard to get here, your work isn't done. You still have many miles to go before you sleep. You have earned your law degree. Now you must earn the title lawyer. In law school, you gain the knowledge and the skills to do it. Now it's up to you to have the courage and the commitment to complete it. Congratulations on what you have achieved. Good luck and Godspeed on what you are about to achieve. In this case, the world really will, little note, no longer remember what we say here today. But let it not forget what you do hereafter. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Williams. Now it's time to turn to the important business of the day. President Wilson, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Law, I am proud to present the candidates before you. They have completed all the requirements for the degrees of Juris Doctor and Master of Laws as designated. Members of the class of 2024, please rise and remain standing.
Thank you, Dean Washburn. By the authority vested in me by the Iowa Board of Regents, I hereby confer on each of you the degree of Juris Doctor and Master of Laws as qualified and designated. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Wilson. I will now ask the graduates to come forward to be individually introduced by Professor Joseph Yockey and to receive their doctoral hoods from Dean Emily Hughes and Professor Allison Guernsey. We will begin with the students earning the Master's of Studies in Law, followed by Juris Doctor students, concluding with the students earning the LLM. Please proceed.
Cameron Adams. Oluwadara Adeoye. Maximiliano Aguirre. McKenna Awney. Emily Azarito. Parker John Lewis Ballard. Seungwoo Bon. Dane Beaulieu. Christopher Beckman. Mohammed Bengali. Nathaniel Kinnick Bennett. Isabel Christine Breitfelder. Christopher Allen Brown. Victor Xavier Brown Rodriguez. Grace Olivia Bryant. Janelle Berger. Charlie Burton. Courtney Campbell. Jasmine Leah Castellan. Hosu Chang. Caitlin Chen. Vincent Sujun Choi. Rachel Conley. Liam Conrad. Sean Thomas Conrad. Katrina Justine Crouch. Spencer Edwin Culver. Parker Daines. Jessica Rebecca Davis. Kaifang Deng. Abhishek Deyaswal. William Dix. Marlon Lowe Dixon. Lex Dosunmu. Tanner R. Duncan. Ethan Joseph Dunn. Goodness Egby. Cassandra Ely. Claire Eichhorn. Jacob Paul Elliott. Avery Marie Epstein. Sydney K. Erickson. Matthew Elgin Evans. Ogechi Hazerfor. Brennan Fairbarn. Kathleen Foley. Patrick Bernard Fontana. Annalisa Carolina Gomez Sandoval. Britt Garman. Maya George. Samuel Gilbaugh. Lindsay Joy Gilberg. Brenda L. Guan. Sophia Gustafson. Madison R. Hall. Yu-Jo Han. Jordan Hardy. Julia Taylor Harrison. Michael Hagerty. Sarah Emily Hers. Elena Hildebrandt. Michael Hippelhauser. Callie Hooley. Simon Hovis. Maddie Huntzinger. Michaela Houston Abuisu. Caleb Jackson. Su Wu Zhang. Hunter Jennings. Jordan Elaine Jenquin. Brett Gregory Johnson. Emma Johnson. Alexis Jones. William Jordan. Nada Karimi. Maxine Kaznia. Alexander Kern. Cassandra Kilby. Hallie Cassell. Tristan J. Claus. Mason Wyatt Kelm. John Steele Kowalczyk. Spencer Langholt. Emily Lauer. Bailey Lawson. Rihanna Elise Lytle. Jenna N. Blazowski. McKenna Little. Natalie Yamas. Kathleen Sheldon Lowe. Gregory Lane Ludeman. Ireland Mahoney. Connor Martini. Zachary Mass. Samantha Noel McCourt. Connor H. McNeil. Quentin McNitt. Madeline Mylor. Alex Mickus. Jordan Miller. Lucas Miller. Peter Doherty Mills. Spencer Mitchell. Zohar Nadler. Isaac Alberto Naranjo. Jackson Nasby. Emmanuel Nduka. Emily Ray Newman. Stella Gepnyang. Parker Neeson. Adara Opiola. Michael Nelson O'Rear. J.C. Owens. Jonathan Parts. Jonathan Alexis Picado. James Thomas Porter. Trenton Mitchell Pride. Nizar Amin Kafisha. Austin Bellamy Quinn. McKenna Margaret Raymer. Alicia Ziba Ramesh. Cameron Reed. Sam Richardson. Natalie J. Reese. Byung-hoon Robert Yu. Isaac David Sarinana. Victoria Soroyan. Samantha Alejandra Zavala. Joseph Michael Scatia. David Scheidegger. Michael J. Sheldrup. Jack Ryan Skelhaus. Jacob Schiller. Lucas Schnapel. Eleanor Seal. Dylan Sears. Laika Shazad. Camilo Shao. Mansawalpreet Singh. Holden Sinard. Adam Skinzel. Shelby Smale. Colin Smika. Alexis Sokup. Alexa Steckschulte. Emily Street. Patrick Streit. Logan Stewart. Benjamin T. Tate. Jacob Lawrence Taylor. Andrew L. Thompson. Angelina Thompson. Lane Hunter Teason. Lawrence Bailey Tuttle. Anna Vonderhaar. Caroline Wadman Grimm. Hazel Louise Ward. Andrew Wendell. Lucas Ray Wetch. Maxwell White. Mary Wilkinson. Megan Wixom. Anna Lillian Wally. Daniel Francis Wozniak. Vicky Wu. Elias Wunderlich. Iyasu Yirdao. Emma Zahner. Hugh Zier. Michael Sullivan Childs Zolman. Imam Aliagan Laitullah A. Mubarakar. Ainam Jaral. Shuparna Ukul.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the class of 2024. Before we close, let me add a few words of farewell to the 160th graduating class and the newest alumni of the University of Iowa College of Law. The most beautiful public building in this state, and in many other states too, is the State Capitol building, the place where laws are made. There is a reason we build these shrines to the law. As our country's 35th president, John F. Kennedy, observed, other societies may respect the rule of force, but we respect the rule of law. If you wonder who is responsible for ensuring that this country follows the rule of law, just look in the mirror. More than anyone else, it is lawyers. There is a reason that this country has elected more than half of its presidents from the rank of lawyers, and there's a reason that more than half of the sitting United States senators are from the ranks of lawyers. It was mostly lawyers who founded the United States. It is a lawyer who led this country out of the Civil War and inspired the wonderful commencement address by Judge Williams. It is a lawyer who led this country out of the Great Depression as well. You too will help lead this country forward as well in support of the rule of law. The challenges are greater than ever, but let me remind you that Iowa Law is a public law school. That means that the state of Iowa and ordinary Iowans, from the farmers in their fields to the cashiers at your local Hy-Vee, helped contribute to the cost of your legal education. We all should be grateful for that public support, and I hope that it helps you remain humble. After the celebrating is over, please think seriously about how you will give those hardworking people a return on their investment in you. The need is great, and your options are many. I know you will choose well. On behalf of the faculty and the staff, I offer our affection, our admiration, and our deepest congratulations. You have been persistent and you've been resilient. Law school is always challenging, but you had the additional layer of trying to begin while the pandemic was still happening, but you did not let it knock you off the path. You are a special class, and we feel very privileged to have spent this precious time with you at the very beginning of what we hope is a long career. We will miss you. Please come back to the Boyd Law Building to see us now and then. The Iowa College of Law 2024 commencement exercise is now adjourned. Please remain in your seats until the faculty and students have completed the recessional. Then all of you, please join us back at the Boyd Law Building for a reception. Thank you.